welcome back to my channel. Yes, today is Sunday, and yes, my hiatus of not posting videos is over. Before I get started, I want to talk about two things real quick. First thing is this beehive going on right over here, and that is because it is so hot. It's so hot in California. I don't know why I forgot how hot it was, but I walked into my house and it was like 84 degrees. I was like, that's not about to happen. And then the second thing is, if it echoes in the video, it is because I'm filming outside in my living room. I'm trying to work with where I get the best natural lighting, so bear with me. With that being said, let's move on to the video. So I went to Rite Aid, and naturally I went to the beauty aisle, and I saw the Wet n Wild collection, and it is their Silver Lake collection if I'm not mistaken, and I think it's a limited edition. And I was going to do the first impressions where I apply it, give you a review in the middle of the day, and then give you a final review at the end of the day. But then I realized if I do that, the video would be super long. So I already put on the eyeshadow on my eyelids about 4 or 5 hours ago, so I thought it's enough time for me to do a first impression, and I obviously wanted to swatch the palettes for you guys. So I picked up 4 out of the 5 palettes in the Silver Lake collection, and that is because they didn't have the 5th one. But what I picked up was Embrace Obscurity, Vegan Culture, this is backwards, California Roll, and Vinyl collection. So my battery died, so we're gonna try this again. Before I even opened the packaging, I knew that my favorite palette was gonna be the Vinyl collection, and that is because they are neutral tone, and I'm obsessed with neutral tone tones, and it really reminds me of the Naked palette. And so there is 1 matte color and 5 shimmery colors. This matte color is just a beige color, and then there's a little bit of a champagne pink color. It is a little bit more glittery than I'd like it to be, but it is definitely still beautiful. And then this color actually reminds me of Half Baked from the Naked palette. Again, all of these, honestly, I know I'm gonna say it many times in this video, but they are super pigmented. And this one is a taupey color with a little bit of a pinkier undertone, and then a green color down here, and a brown color right around here. And as you can see, it's super pigmented. This green one has a little bit of a more military green color, and this brown one has gold flecks in it, which I think is pretty dang cool. And I actually used the colors on my eyelids, and I wanted to test it out. Wore it for about 4 to 5 hours. Color payoff, amazing. It hasn't budged. I didn't put any primer, which I'm like, holy crap, it is super pigmented for it being like a drugstore product. And fallout, not really, which I was very surprised about. So I love this Vinyl collection palette. Moving on to the next palette, I'm gonna be swatching California Roll. And in this palette, there are 2 matte colors, this peach color and this red color, and then there's these 4 that are a little bit shimmery. I will say these top 2 colors are my favorite. These 4 I wouldn't use on a daily basis, but I think it's super nice to have if you're gonna be like super funky and you're bold enough to like try new colors. So like I mentioned, up here are more lighter shades, and it is this white and champagne color. Honestly, every single time I swatch these, I'm like, holy smokes, how is it so pigmented? And then there's this green down here, and like I said, this little peachy orange. I will say the peachy orange is a little bit chalky, but not super chalky. I think if you were to put like a primer underneath, you should be fine. And then these 2 down here, and as you can tell, I'm not even like focused on these 2 colors, and holy smokes, they are so pigmented. And I will say that these colors, like all the colors that I'm gonna be swatching, all of them have a very satiny, like soft, can eyeshadows be soft? Like a soft texture, and they all blend out amazing. The next palette, and it is Embrace Obscurity, and this one has, again, 2 mattes, which are these middle 2 colors here. These 2 up here, and these 2 down here are shimmery. So up here are lighter colors, this light blue and a white. This white is very pigmented, which I'm very surprised about. And then these 2 down here are very pastel-y blue and purple colors, which I think are beautiful. Again, not colors that I would reach for on a daily basis, but it is beautiful. And these 2 down here are more glittery than they are shimmery, but you know, it's not bad. I'm not really a big fan of glittery eyeshadows. I like shimmery eyeshadows, but not glittery. Moving on to the last palette that I have is Vegan Culture, and I also really like this palette too. I feel like the purple palette and this one's like my second favorite. And this one does not have any matte colors, which I wish it did, but it's okay. This white one is very similar to the white in that purple palette. This silver is just a beautiful silver. And then these two are green, light green, and light blue. These are more shimmery with like metallic base as opposed to glittery. And this green down here is kind of similar to the vinyl collection green, but it's a little bit on like a silvery tone as opposed to like a military goldish brown, if that makes sense. And then the last one here is a light green, and this one is a little bit more glittery than it is shimmery. I know I mentioned like 85 times how pigmented these are, but the best part about this, freaking the price, okay? It is $3.99. $3.99 for 6 colors that are like amazingly, superly, fabulously pigmented. I didn't use any primer, I didn't foil the eyeshadows or anything. And the fact that it is this pigmented is unreal to me. I've heard that the Wet n Wild palette, just like the regular ones, are amazing. I've just personally never used it before, but after testing these out, I am pretty sure I'm gonna go and buy some. As far as the packaging, it's not super elegant or anything like that. It's very simple, but I sometimes really just like the simple, because why do you need all the craziness when it has the clear packaging and you can just see it very clearly. And it does come with a little brush and an eyeshadow sponge thing, which I never use. I don't know if you guys do, but I always toss it out and I just use the brushes that I have at home. Overall, 2 thumbs up. Honestly, if you guys have a $3.99 in your pocket, you should go buy a palette. This one is super similar to the Naked palette, and the fact that it's $3.99, just saying, okay? $3.99. Also, these ones that are super colorful really reminds me of the Makeup Forever palettes, because they have super, super pigmented, crazy fun colors, but I'm not about to drop like $45 on colors that I'm not gonna use every day. And that's about it. I just wanted to do a quick swatch and give you my first impression on these palettes. Absolutely adore them. I don't know how much more I can say. I love these. So if you're in the market for new palettes, or you just want to try out some fun colors, I would definitely go check out your drugstore and pick up the Silver Lake collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next Sunday. Bye! You guys, guess what I just did? I just filmed my video. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? At least it's $3.99. I can go buy a new one.